about the universe. This universe has been a topic of discussion for mankind ever since we knew ourselves as existing in a vastness that we cannot touch. So how did we come to be? Scientists believe that the universe came about after the Big Bang. The Big Bang is not only what many of us know it to be in Hollywood, but rather the period when life as we know it started. This idea surrounds the belief that the universe had a starting point and has been expanding rapidly ever since. There is evidence for this expansion, and the universe was hotter and denser in the distant past. Astronomers has recorded the entire cosmic history, and it started with the Big Bang followed by the cosmic dark ages. The first stars followed, then black holes and accretion disks, reionization, modern galaxies, and now 13.8 billion years later, here we are. Like most stories about the origins of the universe, there are multiple theories that cannot be justified. In 1916, Carl Schwarzschild found the solution of an unrotating black hole, and from this multiple other theories came about. Today, there are over 200 billion galaxies known to scientists, but of course this is not with much granularity since Hubble was only managed to capture 100, and the likelihood of another 100 is still there. What we do know is that we are a part of the Milky Way galaxy. Our cosmic address, to be specific, is in one of the spiral arms known as the Orion Arm. The galactic halo and globular clusters of our Milky Way were formed very early. The halo is essentially spherical. All the stars in the halo are very old, and there is no gas and dust. The galactic disk is where the youngest stars are, as well as star formation regions, emission nebulae. Large clouds of gas and dust. Surrounding the galactic center is the galactic bulge, which contains a mix of older and younger stars. The infrared view of our galaxy shows much more detail of the galactic center than the visible light view does, as infrared is not as much absorbed by gas and dust. According to the National Science Foundation, the Milky Way is so big it takes light 150,000 years to cross it from edge to edge. Light, which we think of moving in the blink of an eye. Earth is roughly 26,000 light years away from the center of the Milky Way. The Milky Way has arms, where stars are born from clouds of molecular gas and shine for billions of years. The exact number of arms and their shapes is difficult to determine from our location within the Milky Way. What is for sure is that you and I are created from this cosmic dust. And so are 8 other planets of our solar system. Our solar system consists of our star, the Sun, and everything bound to it by gravity, the planets Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Dwarf planets such as Pluto, dozens of moons, and millions of asteroids, comets, and meteoroids. Our solar system formed about 4.5 billion years ago from a dense cloud of interstellar gas and dust. The material in the nebula not absorbed into the sun swirled around it into a flat disk of dust and gas, held in orbit by the sun's gravity. This disk is called an accretion disk. Material in the disk accumulated by further accretion, from sticking together. Each planet began as microscopic grains of dust in the accretion disk. The atoms and molecules began to stick together, or accrete, into larger particles. By gentle collisions, some grains built up into balls and then into objects a mile in diameter, called planetesimals. These objects were big enough to attract others by gravity rather than by chance. There are 2 main categories of planets in our solar system: the rocky terrestrial planets in the inner solar system and the giant gassy and icy planets in the outer reaches. Even though these two types of planets appear so different, their formation followed the same initial recipe. Scientists believe that even after the planets had formed, the solar system itself wasn't quite recognizable. Earth stands out from the planets because of its high water content, which many scientists suspect contributed to the evolution of life.